Hi, folks. Welcome to episode 139 of the Wealth on Any Income podcast. This is where we talk about money tips, techniques, attitudes, information, and provide inspiration around your business and your money. I'm your host, Rennie Gabriel. In past episodes, we spoke about how to understand the numbers from your business, how to measure the level of pleasure based on where you spend your money, how to track your money in 5 to 10 seconds, what determines how close you are to complete financial choice, and how to run your business without being in your business. Today we have as our guest, Lisa Rodino. Lisa is a commercial loan broker and advises and helps businesses of all types and sizes gain access to capital through a diverse set of alternative funding options. Her mission is to help as many individuals and businesses as possible grow and succeed by securing the financing and capital they need to build their future. She is also currently working on helping business owners access the Employee Retention Tax Credit, which is a non-debt product. Lisa, welcome to the Wealth on Any Income podcast.
Thank you for having me.
You betcha. Well, let's start with some questions. So get an idea that you provide loans to businesses, but tell me why you're doing this.
Well, originally I had come from the medical field, and as I, grew into that field, I realized that I was not able to access the patients anymore because I was the director of a department. And I missed that. I love hearing people's stories, folks are the walking history book out there. And as we decided to pivot, my husband and I had owned a residential lending company before. When the kids were all grown, it was time for me to get back to work. And instead of being in the basement of the hospital, we decided to go into business for ourselves. And, we found that there's a lot of folks that are underserved in the smaller businesses. So I've made it my goal to help those folks get the capital they need to expand and grow their businesses and to always be in a good position to get the best lending products that are out there.
Terrific. Thank you. Now, is there a particular charity that you support? As you probably are aware, I donate 100% of the profits from the work I do to various animal and veteran charities. Tell me about one of the ones you support.
Well, when my son was young, he was interested in aviation, and we ended up meeting someone that introduced us to the Civil Air Patrol. Now, the Civil Air Patrol is an auxiliary of the Air Force, and what it does is it helps to teach those children ages 12 and up about leadership, about search and rescue, about aviation, electronics, and help them to find a place and, carve a plan out for themselves. They get to be involved with folks that can mentor them and direct their path in life, which I loved being a part of. I was a volunteer. I was also a deputy commander of our squadron. And that's a place that I really believe any child, young lady or young man, can go and grow into the leadership, and I support them wholeheartedly.
That sounds not only great and cool, but a lot of fun for the kids who are involved, I would think.
Yes, they get to take their flights at no charge to have the experience of sitting on that co-pilot seat and be able to fly the aircraft. Oh. And it's really neat. We have programs that they can go and learn about hang gliding as well.
Now even at my age, I'm thinking of joining the Civil Air Patrol.
Well, that would be wonderful. We are always accepting volunteers. They have adult squadrons and cadet squadrons. So there's so much for everyone.
Cool. I'm going to check into that. Thank you.
Great. You are welcome.
Now, tell me about who your target market or markets are. Who are you looking for as clients?
Okay. Well, today and in the current future, right now, I am looking to be in front of business owners that have W-2 employees. And the reason why is because there are funds that are due back to them because of the COVID pandemic. And probably 90% of business owners are eligible for this, but too few are aware and know that they are eligible because the rules have constantly been fluid and changing since COVID. I worked the PPP loans and I got nearly 1,000 small businesses the capital they needed. And they were told that you get either PPP funds or ERC funds. Well, come to find out, the rules changed. You can take both. And our teams will do a complimentary evaluation to determine if you are eligible and if you are, exactly how much. I have a team that they've done over 5,000 files with zero rejections from the IRS. And they get the numbers directly to the client for exactly how much they are expecting for them. And their file will be sent to the IRS overnighted within 5 business days.
I've got to admit, with this ERC credit, I hear ads on the radio. I get unsolicited spam phone calls.
Right.
I see it all over the place. So it's hard for me to imagine that business owners aren't aware of it unless they've been hiding under a rock. But my question is, one of the things I continually hear is, this is expiring soon. When will this no longer be available?
Well, the current administration has it set up that starting April 15th of 2024, the first portion will be expiring for that 2020 year. But with a new administration, and as those evolve in the government, they could be changing that because they're ready to declare that the pandemic is complete. They may decide to redirect those funds to other projects. That's why we're trying to tell people, do it now.
Yes. But the idea that it's expiring soon and it's going to be more than 12 months, it's not all that soon.
That's correct. It's not all that soon, but it's the administration that could alter the rules is why people are probably stating that. And, we're a no-nonsense shop. We want to, if you deserve it, let's get that back into your pocket so that you can utilize that for your business. And it's a non-debt product. It is something that is because you had your employees and you paid the taxes of those payroll taxes.
You're in essence getting a refund of something you've already paid.
Correct.
Okay. Well, now let me ask you this. Personally or business-wise, and I think maybe you hinted on it in terms of working in the basement of the hospital, tell me what your biggest either failure or challenge was and what insight you gained from that, how you're using it. So it's a multi-part question.
Yes. And you gave me a tough one there. When I was a teen, no one listens to our parents, right? We know better than anyone. Well, I ended up expecting out of wedlock. So I ended up having a child out of wedlock at the age of 19. And my mother encouraged me to let one of my older brothers and his wife raise my son. And I thought, okay, that was the only counsel I got. So I agreed to it. But things didn't end well. My son, at the age of 15, the day that he was supposed to meet his next brother, ended up in front of a semi.
Oh.
So we lost him. He was 15 and full of life. And, he snuck out that night and the car, ended up fishtailing and flipping over. And there was a semi coming at them at 50 miles an hour. They were going 80. So looking back, and I've seen other moms that had children out of wedlock, and they raised their kids are still with them. I should have taken that task to myself and raised him myself. I'm sure the outcome would have been much better, but I can't go back and change it. I would just say, at this point, I take care of my responsibilities. I have 3 adult children now. We got them all to adulthood. And we're very blessed for that. Now we're talking marriages for, my oldest got married a couple of years ago. My next one's getting married at the end of this month. And my third son, I think, is getting ready to pop the question. So we'll see.
That's a tough story and something difficult to live with. And so I want to acknowledge you for the responsibility and having 3 children now that are, on the right path. So congratulations for that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, let me ask you this. I'm going to guess that there are people who will want to get a hold of you, to see if they qualify for the ERC or they have some other funding needs. Is there some valuable resource or some way to connect with you that would support my listeners?
Sure. They're welcome to give me a call at 516-268-0350. Or I have a website that is www.fitu, and that's the letter U, finance.com.
Perfect. I'll put that in the show notes so that people can just click on it and get right to you.
Perfect.
And is there a question that I should have asked you that would also give some great value to those that are listening?
Well,
watching. This is also on YouTube.
Okay. Another thing that we work on is, are you an entrepreneur just getting started in business? Let's make sure you are prepared to get and access funding that is right for you and affordable, because I'm trying to change the face of alternative lending. There's, many that are pushing very expensive and predatory products. I don't want to do that. I want to find you the right solutions. And we have programs to help you learn to separate your personal and business credit so that going forward, we can get you lines of credit and help your business build its business credit so that we don't have to lean so hard on personal credit. So, if you'd like to have that conversation, a little tip, don't give up your day job until you talk to me so that we can get you on the right path.
Oh, terrific. Lisa, thank you for being on the Wealth on Any Income show.
Oh, thank you for having me. This has been a pleasure.
Great. Well, and to all our listeners, if you'd like to know how books, movies, and society programs you to be poor and what the cure is, then log on to wealthonanyincome.com/TEDx. You'll hear my TEDx talk and can request a free 9-step roadmap to complete financial choice and philanthropy, and receive a weekly email with tips, techniques, or inspiration around your business or your money. And if you'd like to see how you can increase your wealth and donate to the causes that touch your heart, please check out our affordable program, Wealth with Purpose. To my listeners, thank you for tuning in. You can listen to the Wealth on Any Income podcast on your favorite platform, and please rate, review, and subscribe. Until next week, be prosperous. Bye-bye for now.